there we go. Bashful getting breakfast. She's a little slow getting breakfast, but that's okay. Yep, just got her jacket off. And she only got 2 of the 3 gates off that we were going for. The last one's the one at this end of the feed barn, and it's just got one little bad spot. But I got 2 of them to work on. And yeah, a little whiny butt out there.
Latex.
Well, calves are all just chilling.
Wait. Sapphires right there, though, in the middle, looking at the camera.
Yep, right by the post, right? Yep. She's getting up with her tail out. Yeah, don't gotta worry about her.
She's due this month, yes. She's getting another finally.
She is. I was thinking that was. Sorry, I'm scratching her niche with the only hand I can get up there with. When I first got a glance of her, I thought that was, yeah, Ruby.
And poor Elvis does not know what to do.
And they're all happy now because they got a bail.
Buffalo.
I think the steers are probably happy too. Our buffalo looking at us.
He does not know what to do.
And the other one's hiding over here. There. There he is. Oh, bud, how you doing? You gonna ignore me, huh? Yeah, she hasn't cleaned yet.
Good mama.
Hope she does. Oh, anyway, that's the start to this nice day. The sun finally came out. The wind died down. Been freaking raining and blowing like hell.
Well, when I looked in the camera this morning, the flag was all kinds of combobulated up, and you couldn't tell it was a flag.
Yeah, flag was pretty well screwed up this morning. And well, last night I was surprised to look in the camera and see the flag not even wiggling for a while. Oh, anyway, I think she's gonna go goof off for a little bit.
Oh, we can zoom in.
Oh, we get a little once you get the camera over here, they stop.
The zoomies, huh?
Oh, kid.
You come here? You come here?
He says no.
You got a little tiny face for such a big ass body.
That's okay. Just helps them come out easier.
You do. You got a little face for a big ass body. Hi.
Oh well. I'll see if maybe I can appease Nelson and set the tripod up and get a little bit of working on the gates. Hey, first one in here. I had it turned over and I was gonna cut the welds off the stays and I didn't. Bad spot was, we're actually right on the edge of it. It's kind of thin right there, but this is all still heavy. So I'm hoping most of that's in good shape because I don't have a long enough piece without scabbing 2 together and take a short piece and stick on that, stick it back on there. Get that cleaned up. I got to clamp that down and stick it. And when we built gates years ago, we would put splices in once in a while, and just the luck of the draw on this gate, it ended up with every single one. And that one, for some reason, cracked. The others are all fine. I don't know why that one cracked. And I really, really, really don't want to take this tube off to bend it. So what I'm hoping to do, just slip it over on the sawhorses a little farther, take the loader and give her a push, because it's pretty even all the way through until you get to a kink. It is kinked here both directions, kind of. It's probably going to stay that way for now. If that's an issue later, probably just section it out, but the bottom is in good shape. There's a lot of rust in it, even though it's been sealed. When we put stuff together like this, any tube that's going to be sealed, any tube that will be sealed, we always try to do all the welding on it at the same time. So you've got the inside of the tube hot so it gets as dry as it's going to be. And, doesn't mean you're going to have it perfectly sealed, but gives them a chance to last longer. Well, we'll see what you can see. I'll try to stay out of the way. Ugly enough? I think so. But it's stuck. Just got to flip it over to the other side. And that's when I'll get the other stuff more or less taken care of. Well, after lunch now, but I got this one done. Just hit it with some paint. There's the spots you saw me weld on. That far bar is still out of whack. But I moved the sawhorse to the outer edge, and I took the skid steer and I sat down on that sucker, and I couldn't get it to bend any straighter than that. So that's the way it's going to be. I mean, I got another option. Throw a block underneath here and a block underneath that end, and back the back end of the skid steer up on that middle spot. But I ain't going to worry too much about it, because if you notice, these top three are pretty good. They're pretty even. The other one is that way, and then the bottom one's that way. They even out, right? We'll see. Might straighten it a little bit more. But it's all back together, all welded up. Hey, this must be the fifth one. That's really ugly because, well, it was all rust in between there and I couldn't get it to come down any closer, so I had that popping at me. But these don't look too bad, considering. I cleaned up right where the weld is, but the thing is, that stuff permeates so far into everything that it really doesn't matter. And something I actually showed Becky when she was in the shop this morning. I didn't show you yesterday. Out of yesterday's chunk. Sounds really thick, doesn't it? And I was showing her the sound differences, and I got to look at that was the bottom of it. That's usually where it gets it first. But you see that perfectly straight line? And then it goes back to that. That perfectly straight line shouldn't be there. I mean, we used to buy a lot of seconds of tubing. The welds would be screwed up because that's factory weld. On this one, it just happened to go down the center. A lot of time they're near the corner, usually in just a little bit. But what manure will do, it'll eat the weld out long before it eats the parent material out. And that's pretty much what it did there. Because I know when we built these weren't seconds. You know, the ones we have done, I mean, if it was, that would have all been a solid bead on it. And usually when I did those, I'd just weld them up and leave them. Wouldn't grind them smooth. And on these others, I can't find where the seams are. I mean, once they're painted, sometimes you can feel them, but I haven't been able to feel them either. And we usually try to point them down just because that way they don't get seen. So I'm going to guess that on the rest of these, well, even on the gate that's off of, I'm going to guess they're all pointed down. But, you know, you ain't going to be able to see them. Unless they do that. Which, that was a perfect example of what manure does to the weld. Why it does it to the weld, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, ends up being a different alloy than the parent material. But it doesn't matter what it's on, even on manure spreaders and stuff. And Our manure forks on 175 Massey, that was all put together with 6013, and where the teeth are welded on, and where there's a piece of angle iron that goes across just ahead of the back of the bucket that all the teeth are welded into. I actually went through probably 15 or 20 years ago and re-welded over all those welds because the welds were almost gone, yet the rest of the material was fine. So anyway, the goof off is still gone, but she's on her way back, which is a good thing because this one's pretty much ready to get put away. It's either going to get put away or she's going to help me with a couple of blocks, and I'll see if I can at least get that one kink out of it. I don't know if the rest of it's too bad. I figured there was a hole there since this was wet when I picked it up. And I remembered this was one Ty was talking about that was just a little bit short. Yeah, there's the bottom of it. Just a little bit gone. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to salvage of it because you go over here about 4 feet. And guess what? Look through it. And that one was spliced. That's in the middle though. So, you know, there's a hole there. I'm going to guess, yeah, right in here it should be pretty much full thickness. So, no big deal there. What's going to be a pain in the butt is that's the one with the shot on it. And yes, I do have enough of that piece of pipe to do that. There's about 12 feet left, I think, maybe a little more than that. Just makes it a little funner welding these onto the face of it. Which, who knows, maybe I got a piece of pipe that'll fit that instead. It might be better to do that. I don't know yet. I gotta get it apart first and figure out how much of this bottom one gets done. Hopefully not very much. I mean, it very well could just be a couple inches right here, or I may have to come back here a foot or something. So, fun part. And Ty told me, oh, I scraped a bunch of manure off. I don't notice it from here. And I'm hoping that's all there is on this one. I was really hoping this one was going to be the easier one, but or the quicker one anyway. But it's not quite looking like that. I think what I'm going to do first is fix this bottom tube, because I can cut it and put a new piece in here before I turn it over. And I got to have it turned over to cut the welds off the stays, or off that one anyway. Hopefully I don't have to go to the far one. So yeah, fun. Here I was trying to catch her putting the shot back in. I didn't show you much on this one. She had to pull the shot so I could weld it there. I didn't need it for that, but had to make sure it was clear. That's actually a piece off the old sprayer, part of the framework for the cab or the boom, one or the other. Since that was good, we left it. And this is the rest of that same piece off the old sprayer, and there's like 3 inches of it left. And found a freaking hole. That's black because there's a hole in the top of the tube. So I patched it and did the same thing right there because it was just that one spot. And yeah, I didn't show you much because kind of busting butt to get it done. It's time to let the cows in, and there's 2 gates to put back up yet. So that's what we're going to go do now that it's dumping. Well, we got the gates back in, and I was going to show you that, but I wanted to hurry because it looked like it was getting worse. And look at her. There's snow and hail mixed in with the rain now.
I'm shutting water off.
I literally just barely got skid steer in the shop, and the hail hit.
Well, I was waiting for little mama and little turkey bird squirt to get the hell out of my way.
Yeah, because she was opening the barn for the cows.
See, see a tied a bolt.
And yeah, she tied a knot in her string. See if it'll work its way out. Oh, girl. Yeah, she's been a good mama though. Taking care of her baby, that's what counts. And I don't know if anybody's been around to look and see what's happening in here. Because Ty got back from goofing off and come in the shop and helped me, but then she came down and fed, and then came back and helped. And
I learned something today.
I don't see nothing going on. She learned something.
That 2-year-old.
Oh yeah.
That is a mama not to fuck with by yourself.
The new mama over there, I guess, decided to tell her who was the boss. And yeah, most of the calves are smart. They're in here. Actually, it might be all of them that are in this group might be in here because there's.
No, 2 of them are out there.
Yeah, there's
I think.
a bunch over there, and over here. So anyway, we're gonna call her a day. Let you look at this big heifer calf again. It'd be more impressive if she was standing up.
Oh, you'll see a little video of her playing too.
Oh, okay.
Doing circles around mom while I was feeding the hay.
So apparently Ty got me some video. So
it's a little shaky.
I get that and we'll be done, right? So hope you all had a good enough Monday. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday. And they don't forget to stick around because somebody made some video. I didn't mean for yesterday's to be so long, but I didn't know that she had that much, and I didn't know she had any. And I did get a little much, so. Oh well, thanks for watching, everybody.
What are you doing, Bashful? Bashful? Hi, pretty girl. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Are you doing laps while I feed all the heifers? Huh? You doing laps around mommy?